Story Shed, episode number 2, Gary Ballerina. Gary was a perfectly ordinary boy, in a perfectly ordinary school. He wasn't tall or short or fat or thin or strange or cool. Gary was Gary, and he was more than happy with that. He never shouted out loud or danced in the rain or wore a big hat. However, there was one thing that made Gary stand out. One thing that, to be honest, Gary wasn't too happy about. You see, Gary, just like his big sister Serena, had a quite unusual surname. Ballerina. That's right, Gary Ballerina was the young boy's full name, and the reason that in school he had a certain level of fame. "There's Gary Ballerina," someone would cry through an ear-to-ear grin. "Get your tutu out, boy, and give us a spin." "Come on, Gary, show us a pirouette," were words with which he was often met. These taunts made Gary feel angry, frustrated, and sad. He wasn't a ballerina, and being called one only made him mad. Boys didn't dance. Boys played football and talked about cars. Like his dad always said, girls are from Venus and boys are from Mars. Girls were the dancers, the prancers, the ones who curtsied and cartwheeled. And mums were the ones who sang and soothed, comforted and healed. Boys were rougher and tougher, the runners and jumpers who grapple and shout, while dads fix things, scratch things, watch golf, drink beer and lie about. In the summer of year 8, Gary's life completely changed. Something happened that left his priorities totally rearranged. It was time in school to choose which lessons to take. Which subjects to study was an important choice to make. Gary signed up for geography, French, computing, business and PE. But some girls in his year saw this as a troublemaking opportunity. They rubbed out his name from the top of the PE list and rewrote it on the sheet for dance class with Miss Fist. When Year 9 started and Gary arrived for the first class eager to play sport, the PE teacher, Mr. Flowers, said, "You're not on the register, boy. Get off my court." But Mr. Flowers, Gary began, looking at his teacher and pleading with him. "You're not doing PE," he continued. "You're doing dance in the girls' gym." Head hung low and not knowing what else to do or where else to go, Gary crossed the playground to join Miss Fist and the girls who were in full flow. And twist and spin and crouch and turn, Miss Fist's voice sang through the air. Gary's heart was a drum in his chest and all he could do was stand and stare. "There you are, Gary," called Miss Fist. "Please come and join the girls." As if in a dream, Gary headed over towards the twists and spins and twirls. "Delightful to have you," continued Miss Fist. "Just do what I do." With his stomach churning, Gary held the bar and stared at his shoes. Then slowly, and with great trepidation, Gary began to move. Miss Fist's words pirouetting through the air to instruct and to soothe. And as Gary relaxed, his body did too. Somehow he knew instinctively what to do. He crouched and span and twisted and twirled with genuine ease. He stretched his arms and straightened his back and bent his knees. Miss Fist's bright green eyes lit up at what she was seeing. Gary was a swan, a painting, a piece of music, disguised as a human being. Gary felt completely free, as if he were the only one in the room. He felt like he could dance beyond the stars and past the moon. Dancing became his new passion, practising every day. He learnt to chasser and pencher and brisser and plier. For a while the teasing continued from the other kids at school. But Gary didn't care. He learnt how to keep his cool. "Show us your moves," someone would heckle and shout. And Gary would respond, leaving them with no doubt. He would close his eyes tight, and the playground would become his arena. He'd take a deep breath and perform a triple pirouette, because he was Gary the Ballerina.